Testing, bring this down.
Feeling it's gonna end bad for me.
Why do you have the feeling that it's going to end badly for you?
Last time you said you have something in store for us, I got kicked through a barn by a giant.
Oh, well, I suppose that is true. But that was more unfortunate happenstance than it was intentions.
As long as I don't have an axe, you should be good.
There shouldn't be any axes where you're going. Anyway, recording, everything should be good. Yes, it is. Hello, and welcome to the land of our elders. We pick up with our party, currently in the town of Rothsack, the morning after they had just finished dealing with the Lady of the Woods. They head outside of the Beastmen Guild, all ready and prepared to make their way to the next town on their journey back across Do you mind, Mr. Squeaky McSqueakerson?
Oops.
Across Cobham to the northwestern side, so that they might make their way into Busen. However, just as soon as they step outside of the hall, they are greeted by a courier.
Greetings. Who are you?
Hello there.
Yes, hello there. I have a letter for, Vidar, Dr. Iris, and Dorvin the Grey.
Is it a love letter?
Ooh, I hope so.
I am merely a courier. I do not... I read the mail. That would be illegal.
Nah, that wasn't law at this time.
We were just testing you.
He hands you the envelope, which has a seal, a wax seal, which is a mark of wealth.
Indeed it is.
I hope it's a lot of money.
Maybe it is.
The gold.
I don't know if gold could fit, if that much gold could fit in this envelope.
It's more like paper
bit.
folded over itself that's been wax sealed.
Oh, it's just a scroll.
Golden
No
wax.
money.
There could be one piece of gold in here.
That's not good enough.
It's something.
Just open it. What's in it?
Why don't we just go raid?
Open sesame. I open it.
You open the letter, and it reads, "You are cordially invited to attend this tomorrow evening's dinner with landlord Santin in the town of Torchester."
Ooh.
So it's a date.
Ooh, a date indeed.
Maybe he's impressed by our monster hunting skills.
The invitation is open to all of you as a group, and will be taking place in Santon Manor in Torchester, which is a little bit northwest of where you are currently.
How much time does it take to get there?
You should be there by tonight. However, the invitation specified that the actual event itself will be taking place tomorrow night. So he gave you ample time to arrive.
A single day, but yeah, sure. All right.
Well, it only takes a day to get to Torchester, not even a day, so he gave you a spare day.
Alright, well, let's head on over there. Anybody want to debate this? No?
Before we go,
Dang,
I must
Nevis.
secure someone.
Oh yeah, we should probably cure someone before we head out.
That could take quite a while.
Oh, could it?
Yes.
Oh.
The good doctor
darn.
does not currently possess any of the necessary ingredients, and it also is a very lengthy procedure.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. You know, Doctor, another time. We only have a day to get there. We'll do it another time. Don't worry. Trust me, I want that cure as much as you do.
Well, should we get moving? This is a great opportunity to show off my new cloak.
Oh yeah, have we picked up our arms and armor from the blacksmith before we headed out?
Yes, you did that last session.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Alright, let's head on out.
Very well. You begin your travels to the town of Torchester. It is somewhat of a long walk to get there, and by the time you do arrive, it is night. However, you experience no real issues traveling your way. All the way there, you don't really come across any bears or bandits or anything like that. It seems to be a quite safe road to travel. And
What an unusual turn of events. We haven't been attacked yet.
Don't jinx this, you.
Monsters aren't that common.
They are for our party.
Definitely seems like it. I feel like the universe just wants to kill me.
As you say that, Vidar, you hear a voice in the sky that says, "Hey, fuck you."
Oh, man. What? Whoa, did anybody else hear that?
Nope, just you.
You're just hearing things.
What the hell? Did you guys not hear that?
Nope.
I
What?
think you're just going crazy.
What? You did... oh, no. What? The dog walks
You
solemnly.
sound screwed.
Anywho, the town of Torchester is a sort of fishing village, but also a traveler's town. So the locals live mostly off of fish. However, they do
Sure.
have various things which they sell to travelers, which help to keep a flow of income for the town.
Hey, it's a tourist town. Grab your Hawaiian shirts and khaki shorts, because we're getting ready to tour.
This is actually a good place for me to perform my cure.
Maybe not yet.
The town
We
of
just got here, Doc.
The town of Torchester has a church, an inn, a general store, blacksmith ranch, sawmill, a town hall, a tavern, and a fishing hut, as well as, of course, Santon's Manor.
Actually, you know what? I want to get a read on this guy. Let's go to the local tavern. I want to ask some questions.
Certainly. The local tavern is currently bustling with activity, as it is the evening, and many travelers from across the ways, as well as the locals, are currently busy drinking and cheering and singing songs. It is quite a bustling place.
I try to find someone who's not who's not necessarily celebrating, who's at least just chilling and drinking, I guess.
You find what you assume to be a local fisherman sitting by the bar itself, drinking.
Okay, before I ask, what was the name of the guy who wrote
Santon.
the letter? Santon. Hey there, buddy. I got a question for you.
A question? Buddy, look here. I come here to drink, not talk to flim-flams from who knows where. If you want answers, you's buying me a drink.
Fine. Bartender. Another round for this gentleman.
The bartender gives you a nod and passes a beer down to the gentleman. That's more like it. All right, traveler, what's you looking to know?
What can you tell me about a gentleman by the name of Santon?
Santon. He owns a lot of local estates here in the town, as well as owning various land in the Cobham region. He's a pretty wealthy guy.
So, how'd he get wealthy?
Well, by being a landlord of sorts. He builds and sells houses, as well as claims rent on people who rent from some of his sort of apartment-type buildings.
So he's pretty big around here then, right?
Yeah, just about every house in the whole town was built by Santon.
Oh no, is he gonna try to sell us a timeshare?
What's a timeshare?
Something out of this period.
Wait a minute. You guys, were you invited to go see Santon?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky you. He only invites people he really likes or has an interest in. Usually it's people like merchants or landlords like he is, travel up there for his big parties.
Well,
do you ever
we're not.
see anyone ever leave his parties?
Why, of course, they come and go all the time.
Oh, okay. Alright, fair enough. I was just curious if he was a shady fellow or not. That's all.
I'd say he's got his enemies, but who doesn't, especially when you got that kind of money. But nah, I don't know none too many rumors outside of maybe a few shady dealings here or there, but just, local talk, nothing much.
I gotcha. Alright, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate your candidness with the information.
He gives you a passing wave and goes back to drinking.
Alright, let's see.
You're also down 2 coppers for the drink, by the way.
Right. Well, gang, want to head on up now, or?
I guess we should do something else until it is nighttime.
Well, it's nighttime
we're
now.
a little early. Oh, is it?
What? Didn't
Yeah.
we... Oh, right. I meant like tomorrow night. Which is the time of the party.
Do you think we should head on up early, introduce ourselves, or?
Not at this time of night.
What?
That's weird.
Oh, I mean, he could have a place for it. Well, yeah, I guess that is maybe a touch weird, but I don't know.
I think before
Alright.
we go, we should get you guys a better cloak, like mine.
My cloak is fine, thanks.
Look the part.
I'm sorry we can't all be rich like you.
Rich. I'm out 4 coppers on this thing. You can do the same.
No, you're supposed... No. You're supposed to say, this cost me a fortune. I had to, kill baby seals or something to get this thing.
You were there when I bought it.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
would be
I
very-
know how
Where
you
the
got
hell
it,
did
but
he get baby seals?
I don't know. Just make up some kind of story. It'll be great for when we meet this rich dude.
Well, then we'll get one,
Well, this
and
guy
then
is
you can tell your
legitimately
own
rich.
story.
He'd probably be able to tell if we were faking it.
No, but then he'd realize we're not. He wouldn't have any incentive to give us money because we're rich.
Rich people give other people rich things.
We were invited to his mansion. We get free food. Think
I
of it
don't
that
eat,
way.
so that's not much of a reward to me.
It is a reward because I get.
Food for all. Woohoo. I wonder how rich he is.
Well, if he owns most things, he's probably pretty rich. Like, I mean, imagine how much one building costs.
Few thousand gold.
That's a lot of gold. I don't know if it's that much.
Mansion's a few 10,000.
You don't know. You don't know local housing. You know what? I'm gonna ask. Hey, bartender.
He nods.
I'm just curious. How much is the going rate for a house around here?
I suppose that depends on how big a house you're looking at, square footage, all kinds of stuff like that, but...
Low end.
Well, if you're looking for something cheap, you can probably get one for a few dozen gold at the cheapest, but it's not going to be much of nothing.
Alright.
Dirt shack, baby.
How about mid-range? What's a mid-range house around these days?
If you're looking for a fairly decent house to settle down in, then it's going to run you a few hundred gold at least.
Alright. Thank you very much, bartender. I was just a little curious, hadn't been in the housing market for a while. Alright, appreciate it. See? Not that much.
A few hundred gold's a lot.
I know. I'm just saying. It's not.
It is
thousands.
a house, though.
And
It
he
is a
owns
house.
multiple. And he
Always.
had to build them from scratch and then make them profitable to sell and to rent.
This is true. That's called flipping. Well, actually, no, not actually. That's not what that's
In
called.
this time period,
It's-
well, actually, flipping is when you take an old house and fix it up, which
Yeah,
he probably
yeah,
does
yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
but for the most part, he builds new houses.
Nice.
Basically, he's loaded. What should we do until, should we go to bed since it's nighttime?
I guess. Is there
Oh.
a guild in this town?
There's an
Wasn't Dorvin able
Mm.
to read the book last time? And that it was fairy tales? Did we find anything about that?
What do you mean?
He told us.
Yeah, I mean, he told you about... Oh, that's right, you missed a part where he explained to you the history.
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. Iris did. However, if he is willing, he might be able to explain that to you tonight in an inn somewhere more private.
Oh, okay.
Well, gang, I guess we should all go find a room for tonight.
I'll just roam the town for the night.
That's right. You and your handy no need for sleeps.
We're gonna wake up and he's gonna be arrested from trying to dissect somebody.
Yeah, doctor, we just got here. Don't do any curing right now. Wait till we leave for that. We'll have we'll probably have more time to leave this time. Last time we were on a bit of a time schedule.
Maybe during the nighttime you can find some ingredients.
Oh yeah, you could at least do that, I guess. No harm in holding on to some ingredients.
Just not the mag.
Oh, yeah, I guess not the maggots. Alright, well, let's find an inn.
You travel to the local inn and see a woman standing behind the counter inside.
Hey, me and my friends here would like a room, please.
Are you looking for a large room to fit all of you, or multiple rooms?
Let's see, how many beds is your large room?
Our largest room has 2 double beds.
Just get the cheapest room.
I like how you spoke like a golem or something. No, that one guy. Anyway, I'll get a cheap room, separate rooms.
Alright then, how many rooms do you need?
Let's see, how many rooms are we doing?
We just need 1 room.
No, but you just said cheap room.
I said get the cheapest room, not room.
We'll all be on 1 bed.
Oh my gosh. Would you just...
We're poor. Just because we look rich doesn't mean we...
Okay.
A good doctor gives Vidar 10 silver to help cover the cost.
Oh, shit. What?
That's a lot of silver.
You just gonna hand me 10 silver? You sure about this?
It's not like
Yes.
I asked, by the way, what the rates were for the rooms.
You know what? That's fine. Vidar does not question this and takes the money. Fine. Three rooms. All right.
3 rooms. Okay.
What's 3 rooms cost us?
That's going to cost you 1 silver.
All right.
Which is as much as the large room costed.
It's fine. We're getting this. Well, this time we're getting. We have more space. It's fine. It's totally fine.
It's so stupid.
More space for what?
Jorvan's probably gonna get murdered in his sleep for his cloak.
No one's gonna take his beautiful clothes. They wouldn't dare.
They would, and they would sell it for more money.
They'd sell me. I'm worth more than the cloak. Do you know how much money I can hold? I'm a money magnet on corpse.
A doctor is the only one that would have any use for you.
That is very
Wow. That's just mean.
It's true.
Oh my gosh.
I'm good. Oh my gosh. You guys throw shade. I'm gonna go to sleep. Actually, I'm gonna read a book. Then I'm gonna go to sleep. I go to my room.
I'm just gonna go to my room and sit on my bed and be sad.
Oh man. I do some. I still have the book Dorvin gave me. I do some studying before bed.
Don't you want him to try to help you with that? Considering he
I'm
actually
too sad.
knows the language.
He looks too sad.
Well, soothe his ribs. Maybe that'll cheer him up.
Soothe his ribs?
Gently rub them.
I don't think
guess that's an option, but...
I mean, I don't think he wants me to.
Do it anyway.
This
Not like he can fight back.
I I mean, this is kind of true, but I mean, like, isn't he in pain right now? Like,
I have 4 HP and I'm covered in bandages.
I can just see it now. I
The
kicked
good
down
doctor
your.
slaps Dorvin's ribs.
No, he's in his room. You don't.
Yeah,
you're
I'm already in my room. You're gone.
I just kick open his door, rush over to him, just casually rub his ribs.
You can open it like a normal person and not break the locking mechanism, and we have to pay for it.
Yeah, let's not do that. I go over to Dorvin's room. I knock.
No, go away. Get out of here.
Hey, buddy.
Get out of here.
You feeling all right?
I don't want to see you. Fuck off.
Okay. I go back to my room.
That sounded terrible. Oh, I'm gonna go lurk around the town in the darkness.
I attempt to study by myself since Dorvin's not feeling up to it.
You open the book in a pit in a dark room and realize you can't read. You also realize that you don't have the study guide.
Yeah,
Crap.
I just gave you the book, not the translation book.
Oh, dagnabbit, I gotta go get...
Nope,
get that
I'm
tomorrow.
already fast asleep in my room.
I'll get it tomorrow, dagnabbit, and I toss the book over in my backpack and do some push-ups. Then I go to bed.
All right, excellent. Before we get to our dreams, Doctor, as you are traveling around in the middle of the night, in the dark, without any torches, the man walks up to you, brandishing weapons on his side. Looks like a guard, and he's holding a torch, and he's like, "What the fuck?" It's the first words out of his mouth.
Oh no, we left
Hello there.
the socially awkward one to wander.
What are you doing out here in the middle of the night wearing all black and skulking about in a mask?
I don't sleep.
Yeah, sure, buddy, sure. Yeah, everyone believes that.
I
You
haven't
look like
slept in
someone trying to
decades.
get into trouble to me.
I haven't slept in decades.
Oh my gosh, no, stop.
All right, buddy, all right. He grabs you and puts and goes to put cuffs on you. I think a night in the tank ought to sober you up.
Oh no.
The good doctor drops a vial of poison.
What? No!
You drop a vial of poison, which does not break on impact with the ground, and just kind of is a vial of poison on the ground.
What are you doing?
He reaches down, picks it up, and says, and what were we going to be doing with this now?
I was going to drink it.
Oh, really?
Yep. The good doctor takes the vial of poison and drinks it.
You can't. Your hands are cuffed behind your back.
No, seriously, I can drink it.
Yeah, sure, pal, sure. Let's get you... I think you've had enough poison for one night.
But I can't get drunk.
Yeah, sure, buddy, sure. I swear the things I deal with. The good doctor will be spending the night in jail.
I knew this would happen. The man should have just sat creepily in a corner in one of our rooms.
He would have sat in your room.
I'm
Just
waiting.
admiring my cloak.
I'm just waiting for a kid to point at him and say "stranger danger."
All right then.
That's if he doesn't pull the
Dreams!
cure on the kid.
Oh no!
Stop speaking. It is dream time. Let us begin
have
with
tickets.
Iris. Let us.
Here we go.
Iris, you have a wonderful dream where it is raining candy from the skies.
Yes!
All the candy you could ever eat, Turkish delights,
That's
covered in
garbage!
confectionery sugars. It's delicious. It's like the best thing in this time period. It's like the best candy you can have.
Oh yeah, Turkish delight.
Yes. And there's a sea running with punch, which in this time
Yay!
period is heavily alcoholic because
Good enough!
and you find yourself that you're in a boat going through a turbulent rushing waters up and down like a slide repeatedly. Wee.
What? No ogre's gonna like come out of the friggin' ocean and like snap my neck or something?
Nope, no ogres, none whatsoever. However, you decide to take a bite of some of the candy from the skies. You see a delicious piece. You take a bite. But then you begin choking. But not because of the candy. You've been poisoned.
Poison?
You've been poisoned. And you begin to choke and to choke. But then you you stop choking. Because you
Oh.
wake up.
Oh. Oh.
But you do wake up with a Vidar!
Ooh, hello.
You have a dream that you're on an island. And there's lightning raining from the sky.
What? Wait, what?
There's lightning bolts, golden bolts of lightning raining from the sky. There is no rain. Instead,
Whoa!
only lightning
Whoa!
continuously
Whoa!
bolting down from
my
the
God.
sky.
Whoa!
You are currently trying to hide under a small umbrella.
This is terrifying.
You can see
How-
the ground
how is this-
surge with electrical energies.
Oh no.
And you hear a cry, a large, thooming roar from up in the
Stay back, Zeus.
skies.
Go away, Zeus.
And then you wake up.
What?
That's it. That was the whole dream.
So I've been submitted to terrible lightning PTSD now, barely. Freaking Zeus trying to
Dobbin
kill
the
me.
Grey, you have a dream as well. Your dream is that you're in a house, in a hallway, walking down. It's a very, very long hallway, though. Very long, and has many doors. And you walk, and you walk, and you walk, but you never can see the end of the hallway. You just keep walking.
Is there gold?
There's no gold, just a hallway and doors. Just keep walking. Gonna do anything?
I mean, I guess I can open a door.
You open a door. On the other side is another hallway.
Oh, yay. I walk out of that door and open another door.
It's another hallway.
I bash my head against the wall trying to wake up.
You bash your head against the wall, punching a hole through it into another hallway.
Oh my god. Fine, I walk down the hallway.
It continues and never ends.
Can I just wake up?
Eventually, sure. After
20
walking down the hallway
hours
for about,
pass.
I don't know, what feels like 300-ish hours, we'll say, you eventually then wake up. It was a very long dream. You almost feel more tired than when you had gone to sleep, but quickly that weariness wears itself off.
300 hours.
Why do you
That's
waste
more
it?
than a month.
That's 12 days. It's a while.
It's a long while.
Can I have a good dream for once?
No, there's no such thing.
You're too sad to have good dreams.
Wow.
Well, I mean, to be fair, your dream, nothing bad happened.
It was so boring. I bashed my head against the wall to wake up, and another hallway popped out of the hole.
Yep.
It was a nightmare.
An eternal hallway. Perhaps a sign of things to come.
A sign of things to come. A never-ending
That's his
loop of
purgatory.
bullshit.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Oh yeah, where's the doctor? Usually he's crouching
He's in
above my
prison.
head.
He is in prison right now.
You do not know that.
It's true, you don't know
usually
that.
He's usually standing above my bed, looking at me creepily, like a stranger danger sign or something.
As you say this, good doctor, you are sitting in a cell and the guard comes back and opens it. All right, buddy, I think that's enough. Get on out of here.
You need cured.
Keep talking like that, I'll put you back in. Get out of here before I change my mind.
The doctor slowly slinks away.
Slinks. Okay, sure. The man says, I don't think I left him in there long enough.
You could never leave me in there long enough.
Well then, party, it is now currently the morning. You have to wait till this evening, or just as the sun starts to go down, is when you can go to the manor.
Let's see. Well, is there anything... let's see if there's any bounties on the bounty board.
River near.
Oh, there's a big lake nearby. It's a fishing
Can
town.
I go wash my cloak?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
The good doctor meets back up with the party.
Does he?
He does. He was let out of jail.
Hello, doctor. Let's
Jail
see.
cells are rather boring.
You were in jail.
Yes.
I
I
hope
was.
you didn't drop the soap.
I did drop a vial of poison.
Oh. How unfortunate.
You said you wanted to look at the bounty board.
Yes, I like the bounty board.
Oh, you're looking at the bounty board at the town hall. There is a few odd things mentioned. For starters, you immediately notice a flyer saying, "Jerk me off, please."
Oh, that one's for Vidar.
I'm not that desperate for money.
It would appear to be, you hope, a joke. However, looking at the board, you notice a smaller flyer nearby for something called... Where'd my note go? Burmar's Brothel.
Hey, guys, a brothel.
I told you, the other one was for you. Not this one.
There also is mention of something going down with a local fisherman. And that seems to be about all there is on the bounty board.
Brothel, fisherman.
What's wrong with the brothel? Or is
That
it just
man
a
died.
brothel?
It's not a bounty board. It's just kind of like a board. So bounties are put on there, but also like sometimes flyers for things are put up. You just happen to notice because you've not seen flyers for a brothel before.
Who owns it?
Burmar. It's Burmar's Brothel.
Burmar, eh?
Burmar.
Another rich guy. Hey, who wants to go to a brothel?
Only you.
I'm heavily disinterested.
Dorvin?
Dorvin's
There's a
at
lot
the
of-
lake, washing his
People
cloak.
need to be cured.
Oh, alright. Bunch of spoil sports, I say.
No one would put us if I took a brothel woman.
Doctor,
Depends on how high class it is.
oh man, you guys are sticks in the mud.
Brothel women die a lot.
Why?
Not everyone survives my process.
Your sexual process?
The cure.
Oh. I was about to say, Doc, I didn't figure you for that kind of guy.
What kind of guy?
Great, so now we're realizing that the good doctor is a prostitute killer. That's always fun.
What a friendly guy. Man, well, maybe I will go sometime without you other people to slow me down. But right now,
This is why you've never
Slow you down. Because it's a race, apparently, now.
when I say
And
slow
it's
me
a
down,
race
I mean,
that you always win, Vidar.
You be quiet. What I meant to say was that in the they would not want me to go because they would. Well, they just don't want to go themselves.
Yes, bring the
So-
whole family.
Hey, that's how you get things done. Bringing
Bring-
your whole family.
Not just the women, but the children,
We should this should definitely be a family affair. Why, if I had a child, I'm sure that would be the first place I'd take them.
And
So-
then I cure them.
Yes, sell them, of course. Wait, don't sell my first child, Doctor. That's not nice.
Why would I sell them?
You said
I
cure
was the
them.
one.
You have finished washing your cloak, Dorvin.
Well, anyway, let's take this job by the fishermen since nobody wants to go to the brothel, apparently.
Well, nobody important.
I see what you did there. Ah, yes.
You meet up with Dorvin as you make your way to the Fisher hut.
Hey, there's an old fish dude who needs some help.
Why do you sound drunk? Have you been drinking again?
What? No, of course not. Why would you think such a thing?
Because you're a
You
crippling
You sound
alcoholic.
drunk. When did
I
you
am
get
not.
drunk? We were with you this whole time. When did you get drunk?
I am not drunk. I will have you know.
He just got depressed because we wouldn't take him to the brothel.
A brothel, I say we go burn the damn place down.
Whoa. Why you want to burn it down?
I need to cure the women first.
By the way,
Yeah,
I
Doc.
want my cloak.
Yeah,
for later, guys.
Yeah, Doc, I want to cure him too, but I think we have two different definitions.
You wish to research the field of medicine?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Fantastic.
Anatomy.
Stop! Just stop! This is terrible.
And I shall get you a subject right away.
Wow,
all need
Vidar, how could you
Right.
possibly still be single?
What?
You hear a voice from the skies say.
Oh, fuck you, I say. Just at the sky.
Doctor,
Who the hell are you
I'm going to
talking
need a
to?
lobotomy.
The voice in the sky.
You're mad.
What? No.
Some people call it
By the
madness,
way-
some people call it talking to the gods.
By the way, as you're all doing this, you are standing in front of a fisherman's hut with a fisherman looking very unnerved by the lot of you.
Hey, fisherman, I got a question for you.
I don't know that I want to be talking to you.
Look here, buddy. These guys didn't want to go to the brothel with me. Is that not weird?
You want to go to a brothel with people. Like, what? I
Yeah,
feel like
bring
most
'em all
civilized.
together.
I feel like most civilized folk would try to, you know, keep that kind of activity a secret.
Oh. Right.
You
I,
was a strange traveler.
They make better laboratories anyway.
Anyway, side notes aside, I heard you were having some trouble over here.
I'm hearing you got a bit more.
Don't worry about my troubles. I'm fine. What do you need, noble fisherman?
Right. Well, namely, there seems to be an issue with fish dying in the lake here.
Fish dying
Oh.
in the lake.
Do you think it's lurkers?
No, not them. They just eat up the fish. No, these are like full, whole, dead fish, like they'd been poisoned or something. Just dead, floating on top of the water.
Well, let's check. And I jump in the water.
Okay, sure, you jump into the water.
Whee! I swim.
The doctor
down.
jumps in right after him.
I'm just gonna sit up here and wait.
With your sopping wet cloak.
Hey, it's drying in this hot sun. It will be ready for that dinner tonight, and it will be
Well, Vidar, you are currently in the water.
Do I see anything?
You're just kind of floating on the surface.
Oh, I dive down.
You dive into the water. It's not that deep. You can see to the bottom. There's lots of fish everywhere. It's actually quite clear water. Strangely
The
clear.
the doctor's waiting at the bottom.
So, I don't really see anything out of the ordinary.
Just fish.
No dead fish?
Not currently no dead fish.
Maybe you could see if there is some waste being put into the water?
You do notice what looks to be like a cave near the bottom.
I swim towards the cave.
You do
The
so.
good doctor follows.
It's a fairly large entrance, underwater cave of sorts, but what strikes you as odd is that it's lit up inside. You can see quite well inside.
I continue to swim.
The cave is lit up by various crystals which seem to reflect light quite well. And you travel through the waters until you notice that there's a break. There's somewhere where you can come up into some place that actually has air in it.
I go up to look.
Very well, you do so. You go up to look. There's a ledge where you could reach up and grab. Pull yourself up into another part of this cave.
Well, I suppose I could. Is the distance between the cave and the top of the lake small enough that they could reach here via holding their breath? Or is it too far?
You estimate that they probably could if they wanted to, yes. But they'd have to swim directly there.
Alright. I'll see about getting the rest of them to come this way. I go swim out, go get them really quick, and then tell them to follow
While
me.
Vidar is doing that, the good doctor climbs up into the opening.
Pull
whatever.
yourself up into the opening. In doing so, when you place your hand onto the ledge, you immediately feel something very squishy and slightly lukewarm. And once you actually get yourself up, you realize that your hands are now covered in shit.
No.
Oh, that's inconvenient.
Oh, gross.
Great.
The good doctor cleans them off in the water.
Well, Iris,
That's-
what do you want to do while they go?
Well, Vidar's coming back up for
Yeah,
us.
he
though.
has just now come up and asked you to go down to a cave where there's actually air in it.
How deep is the cave?
Not that far.
I just washed my cloak. It better not get dirty.
You could take it off.
Somebody might steal it.
Someone will definitely steal it. I mean, you cleaned it, so
You
it.
could technically ask the fisherman to watch it for you.
We could put
How
it in
do I
one
know
of
the
our
fisherman
backpacks.
won't steal?
I mean, if he did, you know who he is. He's a fisherman.
Yeah, I'll just put the cloak in my backpack. That way it does not get.
I mean, your backpack's probably gonna get wet.
My cloak is already wet, so I don't see what it matters.
Oh, yeah. Well, then why not just wear? Whatever. Let's go.
You swim up into the area that has air. The first thing that strikes you, Iris and Dorvin, is that there is a wretched, putrid stench.
Hey, that must be that waste I was thinking was here.
Not
Potential.
me. I don't smell
I
this.
glance over at Vidar.
Vidar, you forgot
Yes.
to breathe when you came up the first time.
Oh, right.
But now you smell it, and it's very stank.
Oof. Sometimes it's better not to breathe.
The doctor that smells nothing because he has a mask.
No.
Have you found anything, Doctor?
Hey, Doc, is there anything
I'll
up
be
there?
back.
I was waiting for you guys.
You don't inform us of the poo. Before we go to climb up.
Nope, he doesn't.
Alright. I go to pull myself up.
You reach a hand up and immediately feel something lukewarm and squishy as you grab the ledge.
Ew. What is this?
You pull yourself up, not realizing what it is, getting a bunch of shit all over the front of you and your arms and hands, as well as your knees. It's just all over you.
As well as my what?
As well as your knees. It's basically just all over you.
Doctor, why didn't you tell me? Oh, you laugh, you son of a bitch. Fuck.
This is why I
call-
took off my cloak.
Well, then I guess the rest of you need to climb up then, right?
Call up. Where's a clean place?
There isn't one.
The whole floor is covered in shit.
Well, then
Oh my
why
gosh!
be up there?
Go find what's causing that problem.
Climb up and help us.
Ah!
Or I'll kick it down to you.
Well, if you kick it down, it won't be on the ledge anymore.
Oh,
The
it
good
will.
doctor kicks some in Dorvin's face.
I'm not really by the ledge, so that's like a pretty big kick you got.
You fail, you slip and fall onto your back into a pile of shit.
Oh no!
The good doctor climbs back down and cleans off in the water.
Only to
I
climb
clean
back
up.
up to be recovered in shit.
He does this repeatedly until there's no more shit left.
No, you cannot.
Let's just keep moving.
When
Come on,
you-
guys. Come on.
When
up.
you said you had something in store for us today, this is not what I imagined.
All right, come on, guys. Let's get up here. Let's go.
Vidar says.
I guess I can climb up the shit-infested ledge.
You get covered in shit doing so, but you do get up. Iris?
I guess I follow.
The same comes for you as well, and the fact that you're all wet does not help at all.
Let's
Gonna need a
continue.
bath before going to that party tonight.
Yes, we would choose a shitty job like this before we went to a party.
It suits you.
Yes, it does.
But
Alright.
mostly Vidar.
What the heck is with you people? What is with the world? Ah!
Let's just get a move on. We gotta get past this before that part.
What do we see?
Well, it's a lit up cave, and there is a passage into a larger opening that you may go into.
Let's go that way.
You travel inside
west.
and are immediately met with an ogre.
Oh,
Great,
no.
we're covered in ogre shit.
Why is there an ogre?
You, hold on a second. Let me do a roll for... Dorvin, you immediately recognize the problem with the fish, namely that ogre piss is highly toxic. Which is probably what's been killing fish.
Oh, Lord.
How did an ogre get down here?
You don't know.
Ogres don't swim, to my knowledge. I mean,
Well,
maybe
you
they
guys
do.
have fun killing it.
Oh yeah, maybe you should jump back in the shit and hide.
Yeah, I'm almost dead knowing how I'm getting in that.
Alright.
The ogre, by the way, appears to be very sick. And frail.
Maybe he's been living in his shit for too long.
It actually looks as though that the ogre has been starved for a very long time.
Do you think we could talk to the ogre, or is that a stupid idea?
I don't know if ogres can talk. I can try.
Do either of us have any knowledge about it?
About whether or not you could talk to an ogre?
Yeah.
None of you know if you do or don't.
I could try.
You could attempt, yes, to speak to the ogre.
Hey, ogre.
He groans. He's trying to reach for you. And you hear a word mumbled, food.
You just killed him. Get this over.
Do you need food, big guy?
I'm going to eat you.
Kill him.
What if... Wait, hold on there, big fella.
Kill him.
And I back up a little bit. I could get you some food.
No, we have to kill this guy to get our money from the farmer, and you're not gonna get in the way between money and us. So we gotta...
Hush, child. We can solve his problem.
Yeah,
Look,
the
he
easiest
eats
way to
one of
solve
us,
a hunger
he's going to
problem
die.
and get paid is to just kill him.
Look, hey.
Why did you
ogre.
poop everywhere?
Been stuck 3 months.
How did you get stuck in here?
He points to a cave-in.
If I give you food, what are you gonna do?
Eat it.
Can we just remove the cave-in?
You could attempt to, yes.
Alright, question.
That
Let's
might be a
say,
bad idea.
let's say I give you food, make ogre all better. What would you do if I let you out of here?
Me go back to forest.
Hello.
Stupid
Oh my god.
goblins and eat
That's-
deer.
Hey, that doesn't sound too bad. I
Kill
pull
him.
out a... No!
He's
Pull out a-
clearly
No!
starving.
Yeah, I know. I pull out 2 rations, and I give them to him.
He eats your rations. Oh, food, he says, and rolls over onto his back. But he's very weak still. He can't really do anything.
Well,
Alright.
let's just
Let's
see if
see.
we can remove the cave-in, I guess.
Yeah, let's see about removing these rocks and shit.
Very well. Give me a roll, Vidar.
Time to use my strength.
Well, it's going to be a group roll, but yes, give me a roll.
Getting the good rolls out early. 7.
You successfully manage to clear the cave-in, which leads itself outside.
Nice.
There, you're not stuck anymore. Stop moving in the lake.
He manages to kind of get himself up a bit.
Oh,
and
can we show him to the fisherman so he knows that we fixed it?
You want to show a starving ogre to the fisherman?
No. It's okay. We'll give him a story. Don't worry. It's fine.
Okay.
The ogre says, "I'm never coming back to this fucking place."
Probably for the best.
That's a good idea. You probably would have been killed eventually.
Alright then, so with that, you have successfully managed to deal with the poisoning of the water problem. We'll say that you cleaned yourselves off in the river, or lake, sorry. And the fisherman is quite happy with your successes and gives you 4 coppers.
Great.
A copper each, boys.
I will be right back.
Living
Live
at
at
large.
Jinx, buy me a house.
Well, I guess I'll just put my cloak back on and be annoyed of you because you didn't kill the stupid ogre.
Why are you annoyed at me for not killing the ogre? He was a nice guy.
Guy? No.
Thing? It?
Object,
Creature?
yes.
Look, he didn't seem mean. All he does...
Sympathy for him because you're a fucking zombie.
Holy hell, you're racist.
He was a jeez, man. Come on. I thought we moved past this.
We will never move past this.
This is plain just racism. I could have swore that
Racism. I'll go tell the Inquisition you're an undead nightmare.
and I'll tell him you're studying an unholy book. I'm sure
Yeah, that
that'll
you
go for
have.
Yeah, that's true. I need the
I have
translation.
returned.
So that's gonna be even worse. You're gonna be interrogated, tortured, and burned. Aha! I will win.
Yeah,
It is-
let's see who they believe.
What do
It
you mean?
is-
You're clearly undead.
It is
I
now
look normal.
the start of the evening as the sun begins to go down.
Let's go to that party.
Let's go to this knot trap and talk to this guy.
You travel up to Santon Manor. It is a very large building with gates and lush
Does it
foliage and yes.
look like a vampire would live?
You don't know what that is, nor do you know what a vampire would live in if such a thing were a thing.
I'm just saying, is it a nice place?
It's a very nice place.
Ah, all right.
Very
all right, I gotcha.
expensive.
Don't go.
The door opens and you are greeted by a human man dressed in very nice white and black clothing. He's wearing white gloves and black shoes, and he welcomes you.
I feel underdressed.
Huh?
I feel underdressed.
The man says, welcome to Master Santon's estate. I am his butler, Gunter.
Hello, Gunter.
May I take your cloaks?
I would like to keep my cloak.
As you wish.
My cloak is never coming off.
Very well, young masters. Please come inside and join the rest of the guests in the ballroom.
All right. I proceed to the ballroom.
So many diseased folk.
Hope no one hears you.
You travel into the ballroom, which seems to be... Well, there's no music going on. However, there are people drinking wine out of glasses, and there is around 6 people, 7 if you count Gunter, in the room. There is 2 human men other than Gunter, a human woman, an orc man, and a dwarf man, and an elf woman.
Vidar plays close attention and scans the room.
There doesn't seem to be anything other than these people in the room. Nothing out of place, anyway.
Vidar goes to address the dwarf.
The dwarf is wearing lots of gold all over himself. Chains, rings, and is dressed very elaborately in noble-looking clothes.
Gold?
Even his beard is braided with rings of gold.
Gold?
Yes,
Resist
lots of
yourself,
gold.
Dorman.
Quick lore question for the
Yes.
DM. In Dorne, do we have dwarves?
Oh yes, that's actually where dwarves originate from.
That's...
Yes,
had
I am from Dorne.
Me too. I go over...
Maybe that's why you're so tiny.
Oof. Talk about hidden below the belt.
I'm talking about both of you.
All right.
Because, I'm 7 feet tall.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that. You're so freaking tall. How are you stealthy? Anyway, I go up and say, Wait, that might come up. That's kind of racist, actually. Now I come to think of it.
It's the medieval ages.
Yeah, it's fine. A dwarf. I haven't seen one of you since I've left Dawn.
You actually have seen dwarves since you left Dorne, but sure.
I say that anyway.
What is your name, tiny human?
Whoa, don't say that. That's one thing for me to say.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
The man says, "Oh, I see you managed to make it. I'm Burma."
Oh!
Hey, big guy.
I had heard that Master Santon had sent for you guys. You certainly have the rugged look I expected of adventurers of your type.
Indeed. Do you know what this is all about?
Why, it's a party, of course. There'll be a meal soon, and afterwards the master will probably send for music and other forms of entertainment.
Well, good. I haven't been to a party in a while.
I've never been to a party.
Do you think someone's gonna get poisoned at this party?
The only entertainment I'm interested in is researching my cure.
So, dwarf man, where did you happen to come across all that gold here?
Well, I'm quite the wealthy man, you see. This old thing is just something I threw on for the occasion.
We are in a room of oil barons. That is what we are right now.
So you're saying you just have tons of gold for the fun of it.
Oh, yes. You guys do remember who Burmar is, right? You've heard the name once before.
I definitely remember that name.
You had a whole conversation about...
Wasn't he the guy who freaking owned the prostitute house?
The brothel, yes. Burmar's brothel. This
So
is Burmar.
you say, Mr. Burmar, you have a lot of gold. Do you mind sparing a piece of your jewelry to sprucing up my life?
He laughs.
Don't make us...
Dwarves love their gold.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. You're a funny one.
Yes, he is. I look at him with, like... I give him that look. Like, no. But, I say, I heard that your brothel was the best in town.
Ha! Best in the whole damn country, I like to think.
Ooh.
It's not saying much.
Might have to stop by there just out of curiosity.
It'll make a great laboratory.
Sure, friend, sure. Come on down anytime you like. I'll let you have your pick of the girls. I'm sure adventuring types like you need the rest every now and again.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
Take one.
What?
Brilliant.
Oh,
You're going
okay.
to introduce yourself to any of the other people?
I think I'm
Sure.
just fine talking to the man with a bunch of gold on him. I gotta make sure it's not a heart
They're
attack.
all oil baron level rich.
But this one,
He's just displaying it more.
he's showing his gold.
Dorvin, stop sounding like a pervert. I'm less of a pervert, and I'm talking about going to the fucking brothel.
Stop accusing me of being from the Black Isles. Shut up.
You are clearly from the Black Isles. I do not know how you are a brother of Dorn.
So, are you going to talk to any of the other people here?
Where's
Yes.
the food?
The doctor slinks away and tucks into a corner, watching everything.
Wow, what a
Helpful.
creepy piece of shit.
Helpful, Doctor.
I go to talk to one of the other people.
I'm just gonna follow
Very
after
well. The next person nearby you is a human man. One of the three human men in this room. One of which you've already met, which is Gunther. Gunter.
Hello there. Friend?
Ah, yes. Hello. The man is decorated in medals and wearing elaborate noble garb, but very militaristic type garb, very clean cut and well fitted. And he stands upright at attention, holding a glass in his right hand, very stiff like a board. Evening there.
Evening.
So I see you're the adventurers that Master Santin had asked to come.
Yes, that's us.
I hope that you're a man of prestige and noble thoughts.
Oh, sir. Only the noblest.
My name is Gurgamursk. I am a knight.
Oh, a knight. Who do you knight for?
Why, for the Lord of Cobham, of course. Lord Cobham himself.
Ah,
I am one of his
personal
most
knight of Lord Cobham.
I am one of his most trusted.
Prestigious honor, sir. It is a pleasure to meet you. An honor.
Likewise, cockatrice killers.
Oh, our reputation precedes us.
Your ego's bigger than your wallet.
Well, it was the reason that
His
you were
ego's
invited.
bigger than a lot of things.
Ah ha 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 ha. Anywho, it's called being the face. All right, now chill. Anyway, the what business? Oh wait, no, that's right. You already told us he's a knight. All right, well, good meeting you tonight. Then I move on to the next person.
An elf woman. She is wearing an elaborate dress and has a somewhat annoyed or irritated look on her. A smugness.
That's just great.
My, I say, I hadn't thought I would see anyone so beautiful tonight.
What do you mean? Dorvin's right there.
Yeah, you can't
You can't just say something like that in front of your own friend.
The woman sighs and says, "Ugh, commoners."
Only the commonest.
I can't believe that Master Santon would have someone of your birth in this
I'm
place.
sorry, you elf,
I
but my cloak looks better than anything you'll ever get.
It's bad enough that we have that brothel
I
runner Burma at this party. To think
look
that
at
I have to stay in
one
such...
second.
to think
I
that-
look at
Go ahead.
I look at her and I say, and I wink and I say, "Well, you know what they say about commoners, don't you?"
That you're all dirty and gross.
No, that will do anything for money.
I see.
No, ma'am.
Ruffians. Well, I
What
suppose I might as
business
well tell you
profession?
my name. I am Queena. And I
That's
don't
your
much
name?
care for your company.
Oh,
Why
we
are
don't
you-
care for yours
And
either,
she
so...
walks off.
Wait,
She
wait.
walked off.
Hold on.
She left.
I want to know.
She
Damn
left.
it.
I told you
Damn
her
it, Dorman.
name.
I was going to get her profession.
Her profession is bitch. Now get over it. Let's move on to the next one.
Alright.
You approach the orc man in the room. He is dressed, also wearing quite a bit of gold on him. Not as much as Burmar, but still, every finger on his hand is covered in rings. And he even has a gold tooth. One of his underfangs is gold. And he wears an elaborate garb.
Hi there.
Oh, well, hello there. I must thank you personally, my friend. My name is Don Buckner, but you can call me Don. I'm a member of the Merchants Guild, you see, and I was one of the ones who helped put up the bounty on that cockatrice.
Oh, good. We're glad to make your acquaintance. We do appreciate the amount of gold that we got from killing that cockatrice.
Well, I certainly hope it was worth the trouble.
Of course. Absolutely. We are so glad. We are very appreciative for any money given to us from such noble housings.
Noble? Ha 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 ha! You flatter me, but I'm no noble. I'm a merchant. A wealthy one at that, though.
Haha, as I can see. So, you are a merchant, you say?
Why, yes, I'm one of the head members of the Merchants Guild.
Ah, impressive, impressive.
Took me quite a while to work up to that. Lots of dirty dealings and hard sales to get through, but I got there eventually.
Well, you're standing in this room, which means you must be pretty successful.
Please, Master Santon will just about invite anyone if he fancies them if he fancies the company.
Do you know why that elf lady's here? She
Queena, yes, she's a noble woman, that one, and quite the bitch, if you ask me. I don't know why she gets invited, but she always seems to be at one of Master Santon's parties. If you
What
ask
does she
me.
do?
Well, she's
Well,
just a noble. She has no real professions. If I'm being honest, I think the master has taken quite the liking to her, which is why she's here at all.
Yeah, if she's this much of a bitch and keeps getting invited, there's clearly something going on in the background.
Well, not to be saying anything I shouldn't be, but she's usually in a much better mood when we're all leaving the party.
Ah,
If you
so
know
she
what I
hasn't been
mean.
invited to the,
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I don't much care for any of this.
Where's Mr. Stanton?
Mr. Santon? Oh, well, I'm not sure. He hasn't shown up yet.
hope
But
he
I'm
isn't
sure he'll be
dead.
here soon.
Alright. Was that the last guy?
Nope.
Alright, next guy.
The next guy is a human woman who is cleaning the surrounding area, dusting things off. A maid.
I used the same line that I did on the other lady. I didn't think I'd be seeing anyone so beautiful tonight.
keep it in your pants.
Oh, why, thank you, dearie. She reaches her hand out for you to shake her hand.
I do the kissing hand gesture.
Oh, well, aren't you just a flatterer? My name's Jacqueline, dearie. I'm the maid round here, keeping the place in order and clean for all you fancy folk. Let me know if you need anything. She goes back to working.
We got called fancy.
Why do you
We're
keep
fancy.
flattering me?
That maid was even old.
She's not old. She's maybe, you'd assume, around her 30s.
We got called fancy.
She sounds like she's in her 70s.
No, she just has an accent.
She sounds like the black lady at church that calls you sweep.
It's the medieval
Alright.
ages. Anything goes. There is one other person in the room that you haven't met.
Who?
A human man. Why don't you go introduce yourselves?
Hi there.
Oh, yeah, hello, how's it going?
This man looks rather groggy and tired.
Ah, just my person, not a conversationalist. Let's leave him alone.
I suppose you are those people that, did with that cockatrice up there down there, rather, in a Rossack, right?
That's us.
I figured as much. Name's Jason Hammer.
Jason Hammer. Good name. What do you do? What is your profession?
I'm an investigator.
Yeah?
That's lovely.
What are you investigating?
Currently nothing at the moment, nothing I can talk about, but I'm a friend of Mr. Santon. I helped him with a troubling matter some years back, and he's invited me to these parties just about every year since.
I see.
So what goes on at these parties?
Oh, well, you know, drinking, eating, dancing, singing. Every now and again, Burmar tries to bring us entertainment. Sometimes
So-
it goes over, sometimes it doesn't.
When does the food get brought up?
Just as soon as Master Santon comes out and tells everybody it's time for eats.
Where is he at his own party?
Haven't seen him yet. Little odd, but he hasn't shown up just about. He hasn't shown up.
As he's saying this, however, Master Santon, or at least what you assume to be Master Santon, enters the room, with an outward gesture of his arms, saying, "Ah, my guests, I'm afraid I was caught up with some unfortunate business elsewhere. But I'm here now, and Gunter tells me that it's time for dinner. If you would all please join me in the main dining room," he says, and walks out of the room towards the dining hall.
I walk towards the dining hall.
The good doctor just kind of stays put because he doesn't eat.
It wasn't a request. Everyone makes their way to the dining room and is seated. With Master Santon at the head of the table. And interestingly, he sits your party right up next to him.
He likes it more.
Ooh. It's probably just where we're new. He's probably talked to everyone else.
Probably wants to see my cloak and better.
Sure, that's all he wants to see. Well,
Are you going to say anything?
Hello, Mr. House Owner.
Ah, welcome. You guys are the heroes of Rothsack. I must thank you. Must thank you quite a bit. It was costing me so much money having to rebuild houses in that town. Just an absolute PR nightmare.
PR nightmare. Well, I'm glad that we could help you in any way. We quite enjoy killing monsters, you see.
Ah, I see, yes. Well, you certainly all do have the look for it. Quite rugged, if I do say so myself.
Why, thank you.
I much appreciate the...
Personally, I enjoy curing the diseased.
Well, of course you do, Doctor. After all, can't be going about hunting down monsters without someone to patch you up, am I right? Ha 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 ha! He laughs, and all the rest of the people at the table laugh with him. Ha 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 ha!
What? What?
it's so awkward.
Just the sudden cut off.
Well, I will be right back. I have something I need to do, but I'll be right with you all in just a moment.
What
The
he
good
says.
doctor hands his plate of food over to Dorvin.
Ah, yes. Delicious, delicious.
There is a very, very large meal, and you all eat your fill.
I love for chicken.
There is chicken. There is lots of chicken. Many
I grab
roast
the chicken.
chickens.
I grab the roast chickens.
You grab a whole roast chicken.
Mmm.
You eat and you drink and you eat and you drink, and quite a bit of time passes. And strangely, you start to notice that Santon has yet to return.
Is that one lady?
Can I just be drinking water instead of the out? I know there's water at these parties.
No. Oh, there's water? Yes, there's water. Now, you've been eating for a while, and you notice that not only is Lord Santon not returned, but you guys got so lost in the eating and drinking that the rest of the table has already left.
What?
Oh boy, they're all in an orgy somewhere. I just know we're gonna walk in on it.
It's fine.
Let's
It's
leave before
fine.
we get too deep into
I'm sure they're just watching the entertainment.
They are the entertainment.
What are you talking about?
You hear a woman scream. And no, not one of those kind of screams, like a scared scream.
Ah.
Probably disrobed that it was too big.
You immediately after you hear the scream, of course, though, you notice a lot of motion and noise as people are rushing upstairs to where the noise came from.
Doctor slinks by.
Why are you
follows.
slinking? Just use your fucking legs and walk.
Detective Vidar on the case, and I run.
I'm just gonna stay here and keep eating.
Anyone
grab a
gonna follow
leg of
Vidar
chicken.
upstairs?
I grab a leg
The
of chicken. on my
doctor
way
is
in.
following. Slinking along.
I'll, I'll follow.
Very well. You all head up the stairs, with the exception of Dorvin, who decided not to follow, into the master bedroom where the door is slightly ajar and a lot of other people have already made it too. Inside, you see Queena, with her hands over her mouth, crying, above the dead body of Master Santon in his room.
Gasp!
Oh noes.
I say as I take a bite of my chicken leg.
Now I can't cure him.
Immediately, Jason Hammer says, All right, everybody just calm down. Calm down, you hear me? Now look. Somebody here had to have done the killing.
Maybe it
So
was
until-
you.
Maybe, but it wasn't. Now look, until we figure
How
this
do
out...
I know that?
Let me finish. Until we figure out who it was, nobody leaves this house. Got it? Because
Sure,
if
but
anyone
someone-
leaves this house, we are going to assume that you were the killer and have you arrested.
Us?
Here,
What
let's
about
eliminate
you?
suspects real quick. Who all was at the dinner table while he was gone?
You don't remember.
Are there mashed potatoes on the table?
There are mashed potatoes, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna get some more mashed potatoes and ignore them.
You guys were too busy with the party to remember specific details about where people were at the time. It would appear that you'll have to investigate things.
Ooh,
Yeah, I mean,
murder
the
mystery,
last-
I say, as I eat another piece of my chicken.
Last time we had to do a mystery mission, we just kind of killed everyone, so...
Yes, well, don't do that.
I mean, it would solve the problem.
Well, you
No,
might...
I believe that would make the problem.
Well then, you're currently standing in the main bedroom where the dead body of Santin is. So, what would you like to do?
How did he
Being
die?
a doctor, the doctor walks over to investigate the body.
Why, of course, Doctor. The first thing you notice is that Santin is lying on his back, a knife in his chest, which has pierced his heart.
What kind of knife?
A dagger, it looks like a dagger used for killing. It's not like
Is
a
it,
kitchen.
So an elf did it.
The dagger looks like it was definitely crafted with care and well built.
Is it embroidered?
No. It has no particular distinct markings. Doctor, you also notice that his eyes are completely white.
White?
And there is blood coming out of his ear.
His ear?
Yes, his left ear is bleeding.
Maybe someone put it in his ear.
You do a slight check. You decide to check it a little bit, and notice that the head is lighter than it should be.
His head is lighter than it should be?
Yes,
Someone remove his brain?
it doesn't feel like it has the weight you would expect it to.
That concerns me.
The doctor
Maybe there
pulls
was just a
up and
tiny alien
pulls the
inside.
dagger out of his chest and starts cutting open the skull.
No. As soon as you go to pull that dagger out, Jason Hammer's like, whoa, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
There's something off about the skull. I need to check inside.
Do not go touching that body.
But we have to look inside his head.
Look here, you are not cutting up the corpse of this man. I'm not going to allow it.
Checking to see what's wrong with the head could tell us a lot about what happened.
You should understand that autopsy wasn't really something done during this era, and would be seen as a disgusting display.
Ah.
You'll just have to. You'll just. That's as much as you're going to be able to get, I'm afraid, clue-wise from the body for now.
Can I stop eating and go upstairs to
You may.
see what?
Does it appear as if he was struck on the head at all?
There is no bruising or any place that appears to have been hit.
My guess, the lack of weight in the head. Somebody must have sucked his brains out of his ear.
What?
What?
Note the blood in the ear.
Why would someone do that, though? Why?
So specific.
There is also there is more in the room, as well as many other rooms to explore, just so you know. So any time you're ready to look at that.
The doctor checks the room.
The room itself seems to be in fairly good order, despite the few signs of struggle. There is a closet with the door open, though, slightly open.
Maybe he could have got surprise attacked. Or maybe not.
The doctor goes over to check the closet.
Good, I was starting to worry. You check the closet. Inside, there seems to be mostly things in order. You notice the shoe rack, though, and something strikes out to you, that there is 2 sets of shoes missing.
How does he know that? Like,
Because the shoe rack, for the most part, is completely filled, save for 2 empty spots.
Isn't the guy wearing shoes?
He is wearing a set of shoes, yes.
But that leaves one pair unaccounted for.
why would someone steal this poor guy's shoes? Why would someone steal his brain? Why is this happening?
He's a rich man.
He's a rich man and they steal his shoe.
Vidar gets a bright idea.
Vidar gets the bright. What?
What is your idea, Vidar?
I reach into my backpack and I pull out my honey mead.
Okay.
Wow, what a time to get drunk.
I have observed professional detective throughout my life, and I know for a fact that all of them are fucking drunks. And
Are you
So if I
sure
drink
you're not just
more,
using this as an excuse for your blatant alcoholism?
No, I know that the more I drink,
The more you
detective
drink, the
I'll
less you can.
become.
The less your brain will function. You're fucking retarded.
Wrong.
Can I take the honey mead
All
from
good
his hands?
detectives are alcoholics, and I take a
he's-
swig.
Yeah, he's already downing the bottle.
Can I take it from him?
No.
Can I just do a roll to take it from him? Just
Sure.
No.
You successfully knock it out of his hand after he's only managed to drink about half the bottle and it smashes onto the ground.
No, I paid money for that.
I don't give a shit. Now's not the time to get drunk, you stupid fucking alcoholic. Get your mind in the right spot.
Aha! I'll have you know, I was drinking at the party.
You
He
need to be a little
says
bottomized.
slurred.
We need to. Let's see. The doctor goes to check the windows.
The windows are all intact and unbroken.
The doctor will perform a roll to check the finer details.
The windows
Who's
are
in the
intact
room?
and unbroken.
Is everyone in the room right now?
Yes. Well, not all the guests, but you guys are all there.
I look at the lady, the mean lady.
Yes.
I look at her and I slur a little bit and I say, "Hey, you! Where were you when Mr. and I purposely say his name wrong, Vincent? Where were you when Mr. Vincent was killed?"
Is there like a
Drunken
shovel nearby?
fool.
I can.
I'll show you a drunken fool. Maybe you were poking him in the back.
She was the one
Restrain
getting
He
poked.
was stabbed in the chest!
Yeah, I know. But maybe you were playing a little footsie with our main man here.
Or she was mad that she wasn't the one getting poked.
Yeah, maybe he was spending too much time looking at the gents in the hallway and not enough in her bedroom. Eh?
She slaps you and storms off.
Tie the drunk up.
Clearly,
Chair.
clearly, she is very much a suspect right now.
Is there a
And
chair
bolt
in the room?
Chair to the floor.
Is there a chair in the room?
I know. Lock
There
him in
is
a room.
a chair in the room, yes.
Can I do a roll to pick it up and smash it over his head to knock him unconscious?
Good luck.
You do pick up the chair and try to hit Vidar with it. However, you miss.
Oh my god.
And it just kind of whiffs. Then the detective is like, Hey, look, stop your fighting already. Look, we already have a dead man. I don't need you going and trying to bash each other's brains out.
Yeah, and now
I
we have
say-
a drunk asshole. Do you not see this? He needs to be
I said to the detective, clearly, he's
other
very
chair.
upset over Vincent's death. This is just him acting out.
Jason shakes
No, he's
his
just upset
head.
that now he can't convince the man to give all of his fortune over.
Can you
Jason
put this man in
shakes
shackles?
his head with his arms crossed and says, I think the lot of you need to get out of this room. Now.
I have to
You
interrogate
What?
the
So you
suspect.
can hide the evidence of how you killed him?
He starts pushing you guys out of the room.
The doctor
can't push
slinks
me.
away to go investigate other rooms.
You can't push me. There's no way you're stronger than me.
Can I walk into a random room? Can I just...
A random room? Well, I can tell you what all the rooms are.
Yeah, just tell me what all the rooms are.
Okay, so you're on the second floor right now. The second floor has the master bedroom, which you've explored, 2 guest rooms, the butler's room, a washroom, a closet, and the hallway, which you are now in. The bottom floor, or ground floor, has the dining room, which you've seen, the main hall, which has the stairs leading to the second floor, the kitchen, a closet, a washroom, the ballroom, which you've been in, the garden, the library, and the living room.
The doctor goes to investigate the garden.
I'll go to the library.
Very well. Vidar?
Is there anyone outside the door?
You're in the hall right now.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone here?
Just you and Jason, who just pushed you out of the room.
Jason. Hey, Jason, where were you when this murder happened?
Well, since you need to know, I suppose. I was in the ballroom at the time.
Was there anyone with you?
Yes, I was there with Burmar. He can verify that I was there.
Alright. Burmar, right?
Burmar.
Is Burmar in the room right now, or is he down?
No, Burmar's somewhere else, but you don't know where he is.
Alright, I'm gonna confirm that with Burmar. And I trip and fall on my face.
You trip down the stairs.
Ah! Ow! Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh! Ow!
I'd like
get up.
Jason
perform-
shakes his head looking at you.
I take myself off.
I'd like
I'm
to-
the best detective here. I move. I
Alright
move
then.
for Burmar.
Dorvin, you said you went to the library.
Yes.
Very well. What do you want to do at the library?
Sort of just look around. What's it?
The library seems to be mostly untouched. There's a lot of books, some of which have been taken off the shelf and are on a desk open.
Is that it?
The windows all appear to be intact. There is also Jacqueline currently in the room.
Who's Jacqueline again?
That
The
would
old
be
maid.
the maid. She's 30. She's not old.
The young maid.
I greet her.
Oh, hello there, dearie. I just came here to sulk a bit. Terrible news that, the old master dying.
Yes, very terrible news indeed. Where were you when it happened?
I was in the washroom at the time.
Is she, like, wearing gloves or anything?
She is not wearing gloves, no.
I asked her for her hand.
She reaches out one of her hands. What do you need that there for, dearie?
I check under her fingernails for anything.
Her hands are clean.
Well then.
Let's see. Iris, where did you go?
What room is no one in right now, actually?
Vidar is currently at the bottom of the hall steps. The library is occupied by Dorvin, and the doctor said he wanted to go explore the garden.
Is that everyone?
That's the rest of your party. The rooms include... Do you need me to tell you the rooms again?
Yeah, I just wanted a room that no one's in right now.
There is the dining room, the kitchen, closet, washroom, ballroom, living room, the 2 guest rooms, the butler's room, the upstairs washroom, closet, and hall. But the upstairs hall just leads to rooms.
I'll go to the kitchen.
Very well, you travel to the kitchen. You see Gunter is there.
Right. Do I see anything about the kitchen?
The kitchen seems to be a bit of a mess right now because of all the food that had just been prepared. So there's a lot of things needing washed, and it's a bit out of sorts, but not in a way that would seem out of place.
I go up to Gunter and I say, "Where were you when this happened?"
Where was I? Why,
Yeah.
I was in the ballroom, of course.
In the ballroom, huh? Who
Yes.
were you with?
I was by myself there.
Were you? That's interesting. Do you know where anyone else was?
I do not.
Okay. Have you seen anything suspicious around?
Suspicious?
You know, out of
Nothing
place. That would indicate who did this terrible thing.
Nothing that I've seen. No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Alright, Doctor, you're in the garden.
The doctor checks to see if there's anyone in the garden with him.
There is nobody in the garden.
After checking to see if anyone is in the garden, he inspects the garden closely.
That's what I'm saying.
The garden itself is full of lots of flowers, foliage, and other such things. One thing strikes out to you, though. Something a bit odd. Despite the fact that the garden in and of itself was obviously man-made and pristine and leveled off to a fine point so that it would be nice and flat, there is a slight mound in the ground.
The doctor goes over to the mound in the ground and brushes away the dirt.
The mound of dirt protrudes upwards from the ground. However, it has some grass that has begun to grow over it and would not be able to be removed by hand. However, the mound itself is about 6 feet in length, almost like a grave.
There's a body here. We'll need to bring the others back down here so we can get this dug out.
Alright, back to you, Vidar. Where do you want to go?
The dining room.
You travel into the dining room, and you meet Burmar there, who is currently eating.
I grab a bottle.
Very well.
I start to drink it and talk to Burmar. Hey, Burmar.
Ah, yes. Hello there, traveler.
I heard that you and the detective were together during the murder. Is that true?
Me and Jason? Why, no. I actually went to the garden at the time. I was out there with Don Bachner.
Don Bachner. Well, that means either Jason is telling me something fishy, or you're telling me something fishy. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Von Bachner. Where is he at?
Last I seen him, I think he was in the living room.
I grab it. I grab a second bottle and I put it in my back pocket. All right, I am going to the living room, and I point. Which direction is it?
He points you to the direction of the living room.
All right, drink, and I walk that way.
All right,
I'm
then.
gonna crack the case.
Dorvin, what do you want to go to?
I guess I'll just go wander outside.
Well, the only place to wander is the garden. You can't leave.
I'll go to the garden then.
You travel to the garden and meet up with the doctor.
There's a body buried here.
How do you know it's a body? Where is it?
This mound is about 6 feet long, about 2 feet wide. There's definitely a body buried here, and it's been buried here for a while, given the grass growing on it. I'd like to dig it up and inspect it.
Well, let's look for a shovel nearby.
Is there any garden shed nearby?
There is not.
Interesting. Where do you keep the shovels then?
Good question. Iris, what do you want to go to?
You said there was a washroom?
2. One upstairs, one downstairs.
What floor are we on? Upstairs?
I believe... Where did you go last time? You went to the ballroom.
I'm in the kitchen.
The kitchen. You're on the downstairs.
Okay, then I go to the downstairs one.
You go to the downstairs washroom. It's fairly large, has a bath, running water, which is very expensive.
Is everything clean?
Seems to be. Doesn't seem to have anything particularly out of place.
Is the sink wet?
The sink is wet.
The sink is wet. Everything, I look around. Is everything where it would make sense to?
Everything seems to be where it should be, yes. All right.
I can't
then.
lift them.
Back to Vidar. You traveled to the living room. You notice, upon arriving at the living room, that nobody is there. However, something strikes out to you, that there is a fire in the fireplace.
What the? I go over to the fireplace.
You see something burning in the fireplace and notice at the back that there's a shoe in the fireplace.
Alright, pull it out.
You grab a poker and pull out the shoe. There is blood splatter on it.
Ooh. Mm. What, did you say there was something else in there besides the shoe?
Nope, there's just this one shoe.
Recent. I look around to see if I see anyone like
Nobody's
exiting
in the room. Nobody is in the room.
What doors are near me?
What do you mean? What doors are near you?
Like, what are the immediately connected rooms to this room?
Well, connected to the living room is the dining room and the library.
I head to the library.
You head to the library. You see that Jacqueline is there. Back to Iris. Where do you want to go or do?
Can I go up to the upstairs washroom?
You may.
Is anything out of place there?
The sink is a bit wet. It seems somebody had been using it recently.
Okay.
You notice a bit of a red stain on the porcelain to the tub, but only a slight bit.
As if someone was cleaning off from a murder?
Yes, indeed. That does appear to be what it was.
No further questions.
Alright, Dorvin and the Doctor. You two are together. Where do you want to go?
We gotta find a place to get a shovel to look.
Indeed, so you'll have to probably check the rooms or someplace.
Why would none of the rooms have a shovel?
Well, as I said, there is no garden shed, so you'll have to hope you can find one somewhere.
Is there like a coat closet or something near the back?
There's, well, obviously the rooms, like the actual rooms for sleeping in, have closets in them, but there's also a closet, like a large closet on both the upstairs and downstairs.
I'll check.
You check the downstairs one, I'll check the upstairs one. That way you don't strain your ribs more than you have to.
Alright then, Dorvin, you check the downstairs closet. And you notice that there are indeed gardening tools in this closet. However, the shovel isn't here.
What gardening tools are currently in?
Well, mostly there are trimmers for trimming bushes and stuff.
Is there like a hoe, a scythe, like?
No scythe. That would be a farming implement. There is nothing in this room, strangely, that could be used to dig, which strikes you as odd because there is this place where you believe it should be, but it isn't. Doctor, you check the upstairs closet and find that it is mostly just full of coats.
The doctor checks the coats because thoroughness.
Of course. You find a white glove with a bit of red on it.
The doctor slips this into his pouch. Is there anything else in here?
Nope, that's all you find.
The doctor heads back downstairs.
Alright then. Vidar, you entered the library where Jacqueline is. Do you want to go somewhere else, or do you plan to talk to Jacqueline?
Jacqueline!
Yes, dearie. What is it you want?
Did you see... What was his name? What was the guy's name that the dwarf told me?
Oh,
Don
Buckner. He told you to call him the Don, or just Don.
Did you see the Dawn come through here?
Don? Oh, No, I don't believe I have seen him recently. But
I need to find him.
Well, if I was to guess where he'd be, I would think the ballroom, perhaps.
Alright. I head towards the ballroom.
Iris, where do you want to go?
Where have I not been?
Well, you're currently on the second floor, and you have not explored, or the rooms that have not been explored on that floor are the 2 guest rooms and the butler's room.
I'm gonna go to Gunther's room.
You go to Gunther's room.
What's that look like up in his place?
Oddly clean, but there is a closet.
Well, I mean, he is the butler. I go to the closet and I look into it.
The first thing you notice, which strikes you as odd, is that there is a shovel in the closet.
What kind of butler keeps a shovel in his closet?
There is also a shoe rack. And the shoe rack has 2 pairs of shoes missing. There is one other detail. There is a place where he keeps white gloves, but they seem to have been made a bit of a mess, as if somebody was in a hurry to get a hold of them.
Gunther, you're not looking too good, but someone also could have set you up, so I'm not sure. Is there anything else I can search?
Nope. That's all the clues you find. A shovel, the gloves have been messed up, and there are 2 sets of shoes missing from his closet. Alright then. Doctor and Dorvin, you have met up at the top of the stairs. What do you plan to do now?
Did you find a shovel or anything?
No, but I did find a glove that appears to be stained with blood.
I found
Why
a
don't we
garden.
the guest rooms here?
The guest rooms?
Yes.
I suppose we can go to some guest rooms and look around, but we
As you are having this conversation, Iris steps out from the butler's room.
Guys, there's some weird stuff going on. This butler got a shovel in his closet.
I need that shovel.
Why do you need that shovel, Dorvin?
There's a body
Don't
buried
ask
in the garden.
questions.
You're digging up a dead body.
Just ignore it. Can you go grab me the shovel?
What? That's evidence. I'm not touching.
Can you grab me the
You're trying to dig up some old dead guy. He's probably just bones.
Okay, I just
The
go
grass is
there
fresh,
and
so
I
it's
grab the
definitely
shovel
not just
myself.
bones.
Can I go grab the shovel myself?
Yes, you go get the shovel. You now have the shovel.
Come with us. We shall
I
dig up
guess.
this body.
Alright then. Vidar, back to you. I'm assuming that you travel to the ballroom, correct?
The ballroom!
You enter the ballroom and notice that Don Buckner is in the ballroom.
Don Buckner, I have a question for thee.
Yes, what is it?
Were you and the dwarf together during the time of the murder?
Why, yes, we were. Why do you ask?
That is all I needed to know. And then well, actually, no, it's not. Do you know where the detective is right now?
Why, no, I haven't seen him.
Alright. And I go find, like, the steps near the last place I saw him.
Iris, Doctor, and Dorvin, you all make your way out to the garden with the shovel.
The doctor takes the shovel from Dorfin and begins to dig.
You begin digging, and it doesn't take you very long. You uncover a body. A human man, dressed in black and white. It's the body of Gunter.
Oh
What?
no, this is bad.
What?
We got ourselves a next level mimic. Or, something.
Indeed. There was grass growing on this mound, so this body's been here for a while.
That's interesting because Gunter told me that he was in the ballroom alone, but then I was with Vidar when we were, at the beginning, and Jason said that he was in the ballroom. So could that be the case?
Where is Gunter right now?
He was in the kitchen, but we
Well,
might need to check up with Vidar to see what's going on.
Let's forget about Vidar because he's being a drunk piece of shit right now and go find this fake Gunter.
Vidar, back to you. You find Detective Jason Hammer at the top of the hall steps. You're currently standing at the bottom of the steps.
Oh, I'm on to you, killer.
What are you talking about, you drunk?
The dwarf told me everything. You didn't see. You weren't with him during the time of the murder.
I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever that dwarf told you is lies.
Oh, really? I'm not so sure about that. Show me your bloody hands.
My hands are clean. And he shows you his hands, which do not have any kind of blood on them.
Did we come in at this time?
You do.
What are you doing?
I'm finding a culprit. I'm blowing this case wide open.
Is there a wine bottle or something in the room?
Cracks Vidar on the head with the shovel.
What?
You swing at Vidar with a shovel. You miss.
Is there a wine bottle or something?
What?
Is the detective's
Are you
hands...
the murderer?
What?
Never mind. Guys,
Who tried to
look,
hit me with the shovel?
We need to look for Gunter. Because we just found Gunter's dead body.
Someone just tried to murder me, and I was going to let that off?
Yeah.
Who swung us fucking...
You're so drunk that you don't even know.
What?
Like, you didn't even notice that it happened. Like, you drunkenly, bent over as it went over your head.
Oh, okay.
Gunter we met at the door is not the real Gunter.
What are you guys talking about?
We found the real Gunter buried in the garden.
What?
There was
Show
grass
me.
growing on the
Quick!
mound.
Quick! There's no
Come on.
time.
Come on.
That would explain the lies.
The doctor takes everyone over to show him the body.
You take Detective Jason to see the body. The rest of the people aren't in the house at the moment. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, dear Lord,
Oh
this
no.
is bad. This is
This is
real
worse.
bad."
This is worse than I thought.
Just then, quote unquote, Gunter walks out onto the garden.
You!
You.
I see that you've caught me then. I didn't want it to have to come to this. But
Why
you
did you
leave
do
me no choice.
His body shifts and changes. His skin turns blue, and tentacles come out of his face.
Oh, that's so gross.
What?
I knew it! Through the holes.
Let's see. I'll do a quick roll. You recognize that this is something quite terrifying indeed. A mind flayer.
We're doing Stranger Things on this.
You all recognize that this is a mind flayer.
I don't know what that is.
This. Bad.
What do they do?
They eat brains.
Oh, that's great.
I pull out my swords.
Here's a picture.
Well, if they eat brains, Vidar is safe. So,
Oh,
Vidar, go at it.
it's just an octopus face.
You don't scare me. When I say I'm gonna crack this case open, I mean literally open. And I run over at the.
Shit, you just got dropped.
You run to attack the mind flayer. Give me a roll.
That's a giant dice you just rolled.
They're metal. 62.
You run to attack the mind flayer. He reaches out his right arm, however, grabs your hands. He grabs both of your hands. I forgot you dual wield. As you go to swing at him, he grabs your hands, stopping your swing, and then lifts you up and throws you back.
Ah!
No damage is done, but he made his point.
Do we,
Like
do
I
any
said,
of us...
this is really
do,
bad.
Do any of us know anything about Mind Slayers that we would know any weaknesses of them or their particular strengths?
Mind flayers are mostly an urban legend, however, from what you have been told about mind flayers, they eat brains, they can shapeshift, they have superhuman levels of strength, and they're generally quite adept at magic.
Oh, no. Do we know any weaknesses?
They have been said to be weak, ironically, against water. What do the rest of you want to do? You all have a turn to take.
The good doctor chucks the shovel at the thing.
You pathetically throw the shovel, and it lands in the ground in front of the mind flayer. Iris?
Doctor.
Can I shoot it?
You may attempt to, yes.
Are there any fountains in the garden?
There is a fountain, yes.
And what is the Mind Slayer's position to that fountain?
The fountain is behind you.
Behind me?
Yes.
Alright, well, I'll shoot him. Yeah.
Dip the arrow in the water.
I don't think that would, I mean...
Well, give me a roll.
Okay. Nope, I rolled a 90.
Oof. High or low?
Low.
Alright then. Who's gonna be unlucky today? Vidar, high or low?
Low.
Vidar is shot in the back with a crossbow bolt.
Ah!
Whoopsies!
It does 3 points of damage.
Is my armor prevent any of that?
Yes. What's your ARP is like 6, right?
Yeah.
It reduces all the damage. So, but it does do damage to the armor. So it does 3 points of damage to the armor. Alright then. Dorvin, you up next.
Yes, me and my 4 HP are gonna win this one. Can I jump in the fountain and then run towards it with my sword out?
You want to get soaking wet and then run at it, is that my understanding?
Yes.
Very well. You may do so. You get soaking wet and run at the beast. You successfully manage to stab your sword into the Mind Flayer. And also, well, you're just kind of sopping wet and the water gets on it. You notice that the water itself burns its skin.
While I'm up close with my sword in it, can I, go up against it in a hugging motion?
Yeah, sure, you can do that. You do a hug onto the Mind Flayer with your water. It burns it quite severely, and the Mind Flayer itself has taken substantial amounts of damage. It looks like it's ready to keel over at this point, but it manages to shove you off of it before you manage to perform any killing blows against it.
Not bad.
The cripple does more than any of us ever could.
Now
It's
the
the
mind
lucky-
now the
It's the
mind
lucky cloak.
Now the Mind Flayer is going to perform its turn. You see it bringing its hands together, and then little sparks form between the tips of its fingers. It reaches in to its clothes and pulls out a small bag filled with items that you don't know what are, smashes it into its sparking hands, which then creates this cloud of red mist. The mist is very thick and surrounds it, but doesn't touch the Mind Flayer, interestingly.
Is it darkness of some kind?
It's red. It's red mist.
Oh.
It might be a good idea not to breathe any of that in. Good thing I have my mask.
It's straight. It is very thick and strangely does not dissipate into the air around it, but seems to almost stay in one place like a wall.
Is it mist made of water?
It's
And
not
that's like
touching the mind flayer, as I said.
I know, but that's a pretty shitty move if that's gonna be, like, your biggest weak.
Maybe. Why don't you try to go through the mist?
I'm good.
What actions do you plan to take?
I think it's Vidar's turn on the...
I know, Badar. What you got? Any plans?
So the red mist is in front of me.
The red mist is in front of you, yes. It's surrounding the thing.
I take my bottle and I go to the fountain to fill it up with water.
Very well. That takes your turn, though. You fill up a bottle of water.
That is all.
Iris.
Well, might as well see what this mist does. I'll shoot an arrow at it. To
Very
see
well.
the effects of it, because I don't know if
Give
it
me a-
disintegrates objects or something.
Give me a roll.
Nope, that's an 86. So.
Well, you don't hit the... Well, your aim is off on the mind flare, but the mist is so large that the arrow enters the mist to some degree anyway. It kind of grazes it. And immediately, the arrow is just like catches fire and explodes.
Okay. Great.
Dorvin?
I'm gonna sit this turn out.
Fair. Doctor?
The doctor fills some vials full of water.
That will take your turn. Right. So the wall has managed to keep all of you at bay. The mind flayer pulls another bag out. Again, it's seemingly a bunch of materials used for magic, you assume, but all contained in a bag that you can't see inside of. This time, the mind flayer holds the bag up to the sky above its head with one arm, and a bolt of lightning shoots down and strikes the bag in its hand. The mind flayer's arm glows and surges with energy, and the bag disintegrated entirely. The mind flayer holds out its arm, aiming it towards Vidar.
No!
It fires a beam of light out from its hand at Vidar.
I try to dodge.
Give me a roll.
Perhaps not. 78.
You are struck back. Your armor is singed. 5 points of damage are absorbed, thankfully, by your armor.
Ah!
The mist is still up. What do you want to do, Vidar?
I want to chunk my water bottle at it.
Very well. Give me a roll.
46.
You successfully managed to chuck your water bottle into the mist. However, once again, it catches fire and explodes.
What, the water doesn't go everywhere from the explosion?
It does, luckily. A bit of water does splatter onto the Mind Flayer, burning its skin a little bit, as the mist was unable to stop everything from coming through. So it does take a little bit of damage, but not a lot of damage.
Does there appear to be any place that the mist isn't? Or is it just...
The mist is surrounding him, but it is not above him. It's not a dome.
Is there a back in the back? Like over the garden? Is there a balcony? Rich people usually have balconies.
There is a balcony, yes, but it would be difficult to get to it at this point.
Is the balcony overhead the
Yes.
mine? I see.
Whose turn is it?
It's yours, Iris.
Can I try to sneak?
Sneak around to get behind it so you could go upstairs, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Give me a roll.
Please don't give me another 90. It gave me an 85.
What's your
Wasn't
stealth?
50.
Well, because of your failed stealth, that means that he gets a reaction against you.
Okay.
The Mind Flayer attempts to pull out another bag to perform a spell, however, he fumbles it and it falls onto the ground, giving the rest of you a chance to do something.
Is the wall of mist still there?
It is still there.
I can't do anything.
The doctor takes his vials of water, runs up, stopping just before the wall, and then throws the vials up against the base of the balcony to shatter them and hopefully have the water fall onto the...
You attempt to do so. However, you sadly are somewhat unsuccessful in your endeavors and accidentally get too close when you go to throw, catching a bit of your arm into the mist, lighting your arm on fire. You take 2 points of damage before you manage to get the fire out.
That's worth the effort. Well, almost worth the effort.
The mist surrounding the Mind Flayer now dissipates entirely. It now reaches up with the bag that it had previously dropped, staring at Iris intently.
Oh boy.
It places the bag in its hand, and you see it preparing the spell as energy surges through its body. However, suddenly you notice veins popping up on its arms and reaching into its head. Its eyes go red, bloodshot.
Ew.
And suddenly, the Mind Flayer collapses to its knees and then falls face down onto the ground. Dead.
Quick, now! Oh. I was gonna make sure it was dead, but okay.
I mean, you may still attempt to make sure it's dead if you wanted.
While the mind flayer was distracted by Iris, the doctor having used the fountain to put out the flames on his arms, hurries over and splashes water from the cloth onto the dead mind flayer.
There is no reaction. No burning, no nothing.
I cut off its head.
So
You cut off the mind flayer's head.
it's
Yes.
sort of croaked over.
I take his head and attach it to my belt.
You tried to perform a
I
level.
tie it via tentacle.
Very well. You now have a cockatrice head as well as a mind flayer head on your belt. It's quite a heavy belt. You're going to need to find a way to carry those a bit easier.
Oh yeah, I need to find a place to put this cockatrice head.
You can hollow it out and use it as a backpack.
Oh yeah. Or at least a drinking mug.
That's
Jason
a
walks
big
up.
mug, you out.
Jason walks up and says, I'm glad you monster hunters were here when that all took place. I'm not sure any of us would have managed with something like that. Jeez.
I pull the spare bottle I put in my back pocket. I uncork it, drink a little, and say, "Me too, buddy. Me too."
You know, this whole event has been kind of crazy with this mind thingy. But, like, people were still lying to us about where they were, though.
Jason
Besides
says,
Gunther.
well, I imagine this thing... I imagine that this probably had to have been the killer. No doubt about that. I mean, after all, the poor man's brains were taken out of his skull. Edwin was always throwing me for a loop when I tried investigating the body. It all makes sense. Well, except for one thing. There is one thing that doesn't make sense to me. Why didn't the mind flayer wait till after the party, since he was already taking the place of the butler? And that will end today's session.